Recording in progress. Okay, great. Can we all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So when it comes to, we're going to be talking literally everything about sales. When it comes to selling, you want to be able to understand the matters of sales, right? Now, the first thing you need to do is organization, right? You need to plan. That's just simply planning. You need to first understand, okay, what am I supposed to do? And that's what you guys did yesterday. You had a plan. Those of you who did the assignments had a plan from point A to point B, from A to Z. This is the organization. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do this. Now, aside that, when it comes to organization, you also need to understand the organization that you're in, the field that I am, who are the people in this market, what capacity of the market do I control, right? What percentage of the market do I control? And how much am I going to make from this, or who am I concentrating on? I'll give you an example. Let's say you had let's say you have this bottle of exotic, and if you sell this exotic at $5, you need to say this exotic is $5, right? For instance. Now, to understand your organization, you have to ask yourself, who makes this exotic, right? If I'm the person, how much people in the market need this exotic? Are there alternatives to this exotic, right? What is the pricing plan of this exotic? You need to understand different features of where you currently are and then plan. Any sales that does not have plan will not make you money. Any sales strategy, any process, whatever it is you do, that there is no planning will not get you anything at all. You're just going to keep struggling and struggling and struggling. I mean, I believe that if you attended this class, you obviously won't have issues with, what do you call it? Sorry, give me a minute. You will not have issues with sales. You will not have issues with structuring your sales, with organizing your sales. And once you do this, you're able to run your advertising, right? The next thing you want to look at is filling your pipeline. Look, when people say, I don't have customers, you stopped advertising, you stop putting out content, right? You stop putting out stuff, you stop putting out information, you stop putting out anything at all. You stop attracting people. You've got to fill your pipeline, your sales pipeline 24/7, either by giving out free stuff, lead magnets, giving out offers, giving out videos, content, whatever it is. Let your funnel be filled up always. Always have somebody you can reach out to. Like your funnel should always have someone you can reach out to. So if you sell hair, for instance, people should always text you for hair. There should be people you're always following up. In your pipeline, who are the leads who showed interest? The ones you have to call back later, the ones you have to follow up, the ones who said next month. How do you organize your pipeline? For example, if I'm gonna be set up my pipeline, for instance, I'm gonna put it like, okay, interested in my products. A, B, showed interest and willing to pay. C, willing to pay next month. D, follow up. E, not interested, right? So I have different messages that I send to different levels of my pipeline, because there are different levels of your pipeline, right? And that pipeline, how do people go through it, right? So someone who says they're interested goes from interested to paying later, and from paying later to subscription, or from not interested, you send them an email that will make them interested. You have to build, like we talked about yesterday, you have to build interest in these people, but you've got to fill your pipeline 24/7. And then when it comes to sales, you have to know about your product. We cannot overemphasize on the need for product knowledge. Don't go and be surprised when somebody is asking you about a certain thing in your, about your product, and you're confused, right? You're selling skincare, and somebody asks you about a formula, if it's present in your own, and you're like, I don't know. Are you kidding me? How will you not know? Do you want to spoil my skin? So you need to know stuff about your product. You need to have a lot of information about your product, a lot of that information about your product, right? So it's important that you have product knowledge. Then next, you need to study your competition. And why do you need to study your competition? Is so that you can be able to get details of what they are doing that you're not doing and what they are currently doing that you can do better, right? And sometimes what they are doing that you can also do. Because sometimes when we have competition, we're not necessarily supposed to fight the competition. I mean, Pepsi literally does everything that Coca-Cola does. It looks like they're fighting, but they're actually not, right? But Pepsi knows their own, Pepsi have their own market, Coca-Cola also have their own market, right? To us, they are rivals, but to them, maybe not. So you've got to know exactly what your customers are doing. So Pepsi is using Messi, Coca-Cola is using another person, use Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, like that. So if your competition is increasing their price, find out why. If they are reducing their price, why? I see that their production cost has gone up or has gone less or has gone down. Why are they increasing their cost? Why are they decreasing their cost? Why is the same hair that you're selling more expensive and people are willing to buy? And why is the same hair that you're selling low and people are willing to buy at a certain price? You need to find out every information about your competition. We can do that by finding out, by doing research, right? Doing surveys, asking questions, or even texting the competition themselves. Oh, good afternoon. I want to buy this product. And then the person says, oh, we have it available. How much is it? Say 50,000. 50,000, okay. Why is it this expensive? And the person tells you, oh, because we do this, we're not like other people. God, you have gotten your information, right? But you need to have an information of why your competition is doing what they are doing. And then we have discipline and consistency. Look, for you to be good at your sales, right? You cannot remove discipline and consistency. Zero excuses to anything that you do when it comes to your business. Look, there are some days I don't feel like standing up. Like, I just one day, I just want to sleep. I just want to relax, but I gotta stand up. Not because if I don't stand up, somebody's going to beat me. No, I run my business. I mean, if I say I'm not coming for 2 weeks, heaven is not going to come down, right? Neither is hell going to come up. Nothing's going to happen. I can sleep. Nobody's going to beat me. But I have to have that discipline to show up for my business. And let me tell you why you need to show up for your business every day. People matter. Lives and businesses are depending on you. Careers are depending on you. A lot of things are depending on you. Like, I don't even know how to put this, but I mean, I spoke to someone today. I did a sales call today and I spoke to someone today. Apparently, I've been the person that they wanted to listen to, right? They wanted to hear. They've been looking for somebody who really understands their pain points, who's been there, who's had the issue that they're currently going through. And I just called. I didn't feel like, honestly, today I woke up, I put Twitter on. I was listening to spaces about people asking whether you can marry 20,000 naira. I was commenting, laughing, but I have to work. I have to design, right? I have to show up to my business every day. So I take a pause. I go on my Excel sheet and I make my sales calls. Once I finish hitting my target for the day, I go offline, go back to my Twitter spaces, put it on, and I'm working on my laptop doing my designs because I have to show up every day. How many hours do you spend on sales calls? How many hours do you spend on calls? How many hours do you spend marketing? How many hours do you spend? I mean, I hear people say, well, I ask them, what time do you wake up? Say, I wake up around 5:30, 6. So what would you be doing by that time? Say, I know, I just relax on my bed. I need to go over my, my mental health. I need to relax for 1 hour. 1 hour, you need to relax for 1 hour. And then you say, I need to relax till like 7. That's 1 hour every day in 365 days that you're not doing anything. You're not showing up for your business, right? But if you've used that 1 hour to plan your entire day, I mean, I always show this in my class. Give me a minute, let me get my plan. This is the book I use for planning my day, right? And it has Monday to Saturday or Monday to Sunday out there, right? Where I write down my goals. Now, if you can't do this or if you can't get this kind of book, things like Microsoft To-Do list would help you. Things like Microsoft To-Do would help you a whole lot, right? I stopped using Microsoft To-Do because I like to write and it's mostly on my phone. Let me show you guys something. Look at this. This was like when, I can't even remember when, but like a week ago. Okay, see, Amaya, see, there's even a call that's scheduled for you. I have to call you. Now, I have this because I can't go a day without not doing what I'm supposed to do. So okay, I think this was I started doing this in February, but it's a long time. Let's go down. Register for all school, grant winning scores, take your class, run TV, make 20K today, text me and meet with Tolu, Amaya, design Jira, introduce your new class, post on WhatsApp, post on LinkedIn, post on IG, coach this person, call this person, post here, remind this person, call, design, like that. I have this all planned out, and as I'm doing it, I'm ticking it out, because if I don't, my business is going to suffer. Time, they say, is money. Time is money. You can't keep doing the same thing every day, expecting different results. There's a time in my life where I stay in a place where there's no light. I mean, there's literally no light. That place has not had light in 7-8 years. It's somewhere in Ibadan that is in the inside, where it's what you call trenches, right? And I was living there with a friend. That was sometime 4 years ago or so. Now, my phone is half screen because I sat on it by mistake, and the phone split into two. It's half screen. But luckily for me, it was still Android 7, so you can share the screen into two and still use it like that, right? You can still use the screen like this. If you're laughing, you can relate. You can still use the screen like that. And my laptop doesn't even work. My laptop is shaking. You have, if I'm working and NEPA should take lights, it's like a desktop. But I don't give myself an excuse. What do I do? Now I went out because I have to post on IG every day. I have to show up. I have to call. So what do? I wake up. My friend I was staying with was serving in the NYC, right? I wake up every day the same time he wakes up. He's going to wherever it is, the school that he's teaching. I'm going to Beth Naija. The Beth Naija is like a 6 minutes walk from my house. I walk down to Beth Naija with my extension, my bag, my laptop that is shaking, and my phone with half screen, and I plug it there. And I'm texting on Instagram, texting on LinkedIn, texting on Facebook. I do this, I do that, I do this. Now, nobody really cares everything you have to go through to make your money. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody is interested in the results you're going to offer to them. So when people reach out to me, then I was trying to push out my design skill. I mean, I just learned Canva and I wanted to be doing free logo for 3,000 naira because I have to eat to survive. I need the money. I have to eat to survive. So I go there, I sit down every day, I plug my extension, and I'm working on something every day. Now, all those kind of things that they want to put fuel in the gen back, they just off gen. Because it's not your gen, they just off it. My laptop will just go with it. And I'm like, hey, God. But I can't stop. From there, from learning Canva, I was able to get money to learn importation, to learn digital marketing. This is consistency. This is no excuse, right? If I tell somebody that, okay, I've had to walk an entire 4 hours to a particular venue to attend class, was it that serious? I had to. It's just discipline. You want results in your life, you do whatever it takes to get it. There's no excuse. If you're going to set up your marketing, sit down. Look, concentration helps you, or let's say focus helps you achieve your goal faster. Do you attach time to anything you do? If you don't attach time to whatever it is you do, you're going to keep failing and failing and failing. How many hours do you attach to your sales calls? Now, this attitude that I started like 4 years ago, I kept doing this over and over again. Then somebody reached out to me and said, oh, I want to import. Do you understand importation? I said, yes, I've learned it. I can teach you. So he said, how much do you charge? Out of fear, I don't even know. I was trying to type 25K, but my screen is half. So I mistakenly typed 23K. And the guy's like, no, well, now send me your account number. In my mind, I'm like, on God, because everything I did here, I did out of fear. God knows that's out of fear, but I still got the client now. From there, I started going, I got myself a new phone. I started posting on IG on a daily basis. I didn't even know how to design. So what I do is I go to Canva, use their free template, put words, put something that looks like my logo. I mean, my first logo was very scary. It's not something I want to show to anybody. I put it out there, I post on IG, I get 1 like, I get 2 likes, 1 like, 2 like. I keep putting it there every single day. I'm showing up every day. And then somebody reached out to me, and what was I selling when I started as salesman? I wasn't teaching, I wasn't coaching. I was selling stuff from Jumia. So I take screenshots from Jumia and put on my IG page. Beard oil, clothes, glasses, cross bags. I put it out there. Necklace, chains. I put it on my IG page. I said, somebody reached out to me, said, hey, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon, how may I be of service to you? She said, can I call you? I said, she called me, said she wants to order stuff for her kids. And I said, okay, ma. How much is it? She ended up buying something of like 40K that day. Now, my profit inside was like about 12,000 after I finished doing the delivery. That was an IG. And then I had like 200 followers. So somebody could reach out to me at 200 followers. It means I'm making sense. I got to show up every day. From there, I started to learn content. In 2019, I started to learn content. 2020, I started to put out more content that had enough information, content marketing and all of this. And people started reaching out. Then I started to collaborate. Discipline and consistency. Brands are not stupid. People that are going to hire you are not stupid. They're going to look at your framework. They're going to look at everything, your pattern of business. If you post in June, and you don't post the entire June and then you post in September, nobody's going to hire you for anything. There's no consistency in what you are doing. You wonder why brands come to your page. They see the first 3 lines, awesome work. Then they go down and then they have a conversation with you. And then it's like, we'll reach out to you when we're ready. There's no consistency in your page. Your page, your Instagram, showing up every day for your Instagram is a sign of consistency. Do you have a record where you call people, where you record every single person who has texted you? Every single person who has texted you on IG, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, personally, in the school, in the field, do you have a place where you put down their names? Do you have a structure? How many times you reach out to them in a day, in a week, or you're just posting status? I barely post status. Like, I mean, gone are the days where we used to take status like our father's business, right? But I mean, then I used to take my status like very. I teach 6 a.m. in the morning. If you wake up, you see my post first. I teach 2 p.m. in the afternoon on my status. If you miss it, you wait for the night, 7 p.m. every night, right? And people reach out to me. I need help with this. I'm always on Facebook giving something, giving information, giving ideas, sharing stuff. What is the discipline? If I look at your page today, if I look at your Facebook, if I look at your business today, can I see consistency? You're calling yourself an expert in what you do. Where's the consistency if you're an expert? You say you are a Maya, what's your distance again? Please remind me. I want to use you as an example.
Self-mastery coaching.
Okay, so you're a self-mastery coach and you've not given us at least 60 videos about ourselves. I can't go to your page and be filled. When people see your consistency, they're just attracted to you. They just want to do stuff with you. They just want to continue working with you. Even when you mess up, let me give you something. I worked with a brand last year, and halfway down the line, I was offline for like 6 months. I didn't come online. So I messed up their business, right? Now, when I came back online, I went straight to them, apologized. And of course, I didn't ask for the job back because I felt, oh, I shouldn't get the job back. Now, something happened to their Instagram account and they came back to me. They were willing to pay. They didn't ask questions. They said, or what do you call it? Let bygones be bygones. And I'm wondering, why did they come back again? They're like, we like the way, the consistency of the work that you do, the way you do things, how consistent you are, the attention you pay to that particular thing. So when you see yourself struggling with money, with sales, today you're on, today you're off, today you're on, today you're off, you're not going to get opportunities. You're not going to be in the face of the money. You're not going to be there. And these are things you need to get well, because you even need to find out what users are talking about your product, right? It was from calling people, I started to understand that people needed to air themselves, like they need to air their mind. They need to talk. They need to discuss their solutions, their problems, so I can give them better solutions. Before, I was just putting out adverts and you see plenty clicks, no response. Maybe you see 1,000 people will click on something, only 3 people will buy. I mean, why? Why? So I started to say, okay, let me start calling these people. Give me feedback. Say, okay, sir, I would have loved if you do this, would have loved if you do this. I was expecting this from you. And then I started to give it out. Clients say, okay, it's from talking to people long that I can now charge high prices. So I know that some clients, when you give them low prices, they think you're fake. So I know how to attach myself to those people. It's from your discipline and consistency. You cannot be doing small business. There are people who do mediocre business. There are people who do big business. There are people who do small business. There are people who do big business. And then there are people who do mad business. You want to be in the mad zone where you are making a difference. Like you're giving it your all. You're big. You're giving it. You're not looking at your business as one thing that you have to be earning 3,000, 5,000, 20,000 every day. Give yourself a monthly target. Every month I'm going to do 500K. Every month I'm going to do 500K. I'm going to do 100K. I'm going to do 300K. For 500K, my growth, okay, I've maintained 500K for this month. Let me try and do 600. Let me try and do 1 million. That's how a business grows. You can't sit down. Your sales is going today 50, tomorrow 70, next tomorrow 300, next month 20K. Why? Inconsistency. If you notice inconsistency in your pattern of finances, check yourself. It starts from you. You waste time. You don't, I mean, everybody says, sir, time is not enough. I was so busy. We had 24 hours in the day. Blah. The same 24 hours you have, the same that Dangote has. Break it into 3. You have 24 hours divided by 8. You sleep for 8 hours, you work for 8 hours in your life. Let's say you even work for 12 hours, you sleep for 8 hours. That's about, which is even wrong on all levels, right? That's about 20 hours. You still have 4 hours to yourself that you're not doing anything. What are you doing? Are you visiting friends that are not going to give you money? What are you doing for your business? What are you doing? You spend 5 minutes, you have a sales script. You spend 5 minutes calling those who have shown interest in your business. You are going to make money. So it's high time we stop giving ourselves excuses and not doing what we're supposed to do. I don't know if I'm getting something from there. All right, follow me, follow me. Next thing you want to talk about is relationship. Right? When it comes to sales, the big money comes from relationship. The big money comes from building rapport. Now, how do you build rapport with people? Find out what you can relate to them ASAP. If you meet somebody, a stranger on the road, the fastest way to make that stranger become your friend is to make a comment, right? Comment them. Now, somebody like me, when I used to sell shoes, if I meet you in a restaurant, right, for the first time, I don't know you from Adam. I don't know you from anywhere. I'll see you, you look like my client, I've sized you up, I've looked at your car keys, I've looked at your shoe, I've looked at your trouser, the design, I've looked at your shirts, you fit what I'm looking for, I've looked at the way you speak, what kind of phone you use. You look like you can spend some money, right, on shoes. So I'm properly dressed too. I walk up to take my own food. And then I turn to you and I'm like, my God, I love your shoes. And the person is looking down at the shoes like, okay, thank you. And are these Brooks? Man, these monk straps. I love your monk straps, man. I love the way they sway this. I love your shoes. It's like, okay, it's not that deep, but thank you. All right. I'm like, hi, my name is Nnamdi. I'm a shoe fan. I sell shoes, so I mean, you can relate. Please get your food, Are you with someone? Person says no. Then they go to sit down, and then I sit down close to them, right? And then before you know what's happening, we've exchanged numbers, we've talked, and we've exchanged numbers, we've talked, we've discussed. I don't pester them. I've gotten their details, which is the most important thing. 3, 4, 5 days later, they post something on their status, I comment. They post another one, I comment. They post another one, I comment. Boom. I send offer for my shoe, they make the purchase. All by building rapport. I worked for a real estate company one time, and we were asked to, go for marketing on the street and all of that. So I got to a restaurant, we're doing our marketing. I got to a restaurant and I saw this guy sitting down in front of his laptop, focused, no disturbance kind of guy. And I walked up to him and said, good afternoon, bro. Why do I feel like I know you from? Do I feel like I know you from somewhere? I have a friend that he codes. And he's like, no, I don't code though. I'm a photographer. I'm just designing. I'm editing pictures. I'm like, hey, I know, sorry, it's not code, Jerry, it's photography. And he's like, oh, really? What's your friend's name? And then it's like, I give him a random name. It's like, oh, it's not me. I'm like, oh, so sorry. I'm just passing by, but man, I love the way you're so focused on your work. And just like, thank you. It's like, so he would just like, because I've built this rapport, then he asked me, so what are you guys doing? And I'm like, oh, so we're a real estate company, we do this, do this. Now, that particular guy, after talking to him for like 2 minutes, Ghana said, wow, you're like God sent, because I plan to buy my first 3 plots of land this year. So give me your number. I'll reach out to you guys in 3 months. So you guys just keep me updated for the sale or put my name down. That's how you make sales. That's how you build rapport. You don't have to know the person from Adam. Find something you can relate with them. You meet a lady in an event, at an event, right? And, you want to sell your hair. As she's passing by, just, madam, please, can I take your picture? I love your hair. Who would not stop? Who? She'll say, okay, good afternoon. Say, good afternoon, you were here for the program. Were you here earlier on? I mean, you look like all these people that are posh, but she's like, my sister, leave all this thing, Joe. It's for sure that you're beautiful lady. You take a picture, you guys take a picture together and say, oh, my name is this. I actually sell hairs, that's what's hey, really? Let me have your number now. You have built rapport. But if you approach the person with card and say, good afternoon, my name is Victoria, and I sell wigs, I sell hair. Thank you very much. Please, I'm on my way out. Please, can we do this later? Please, hello, bye. And they leave. They're not interested. But if you say, let me take a picture, nobody wants to reject a picture. I mean, nobody wants to turn down a picture. So find something they can relate with. You are in the business of people. Do you understand? You're not in the business of selling. You're in the business of people. I want you to write this down clearly. The business that you do is the business of people, not the business of selling. You're not there to push products on people. You're there to solve problems for people. And it's with this mentality that you take your business seriously and you show up. When you are giving a service, you know that I'm doing this for a person. I'm not collecting money. It's not like I just came here to collect money. I'm actually doing this for a person. So you are a programmer, you are in the business of people. So if you're creating solutions, don't just do it because, oh, they paid you 1 million. Give a solution that if they are going to build future products, they have to make you the head of products or head of design or head of or the CTO. You have to be that good. So present yourself in a way that people can pick you all the time when they are making decisions, right? And how do you do this? First of all, you have to care for them. Now, there's something I call the care strategy, right? I used to tell you that when you care for people, they care for your pocket, right? So care is communication, attention, relatability, and empathy. You've got to communicate. Communication only happens when A and B understand each other. If A says something to B and B does not get it, there's no communication. There's just talking. Until B understands what they're talking about or what A is talking about, and A has been able to convey his message well, then communication has happened. When you're talking to your clients about your solutions and problems and all of that, and what you're able to do, your messaging and all of that, do they get your point? How can you put your point in one sentence or in 2 sentences and make it right by that customer? Do they get you? Do you have the patience to sit down, listen, and explain, or you just want to talk? Good afternoon. I'm an expert in this. I've been able to do this. With me, your business will thrive. Without me, your business will suffer. If you don't do this, you'll be, calm down. Hear me first. I mean, the last guy said this thing and he still did not do anything. So hear me out first. You want to be able to communicate. Don't too much talking. You don't have to talk. Listen. Master the art of listening to your clients, right? Put a listening ear down. I was reading something on someone's status this evening, and the person was like, in our generation, we talk a lot. Everybody wants to act like they're the best. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm the best in this. I understand this. My opinion is the greatest and all of that. But we lack listening abilities. We lack the ability to listen. We don't pay attention. Somebody is saying, my business is not making money. You didn't ask why their business is not making money. Now, some businesses are running adverts. You just went ahead to tell them that, oh, you need to run ads. And their ads budget is more than the money you will ever earn in 1 year. And they're telling you that's not it. Our sales process, our manufacturing, we need to cut down cost of manufacturing while maintaining quality. You have to listen to be able to get that kind of information. If you don't listen, you make conclusions for your clients, you make decisions for them, and they'll be like, okay, I've heard what you said. Can I reach back to you when I'm ready? I mean, somebody who called you, the problem is not telling you they want to reach out to you when you're ready. That means you didn't listen. You didn't pay attention. And it's okay if you make those mistakes once in a while, but don't make it a normal thing. I mean, sometimes I don't listen to clients sometimes. Like, I'm very stubborn. I'm currently working for one of Africa's coach, and I'm trying to sell a program. And then somebody's telling me, Obi, I can't do this at this time because of this. In my mind, what is in my mind is, okay, you need this and you have to get it. But this guy is simply telling me that even if I can pay for it, the money, I thought the money was his problem. So I was trying to give him a payment plan. So I was pushing payment, and he said, you're not listening. I didn't say I have money problems. I said I have time problem. I'm not going to be present. I'm going to be out of the country at this time, so I can't take the program. You're not listening. I felt like I should just disappear because, in all honesty, I wasn't listening. You're going to create a payment plan for somebody who can afford it but does not have time. Instead of you to look for a way he can carve out time for you, you're pushing money on him. So listen to your customers, communication, make sure you understand, right? Pay attention. Pay attention to the questions they are not asking you. Now, when somebody comes to purchase shoes, for instance, and they say, how much is it? 20,000. Is much. That is much has plenty unanswered questions. Is much is is it worth 20,000 really? Will my friends be happy that I spent 20,000, or will my partner be happy that I spent 20,000 on a shoe? How long am I going to use this shoe? Will this shoe last? Will it serve my purpose? They're asking all these questions in their head. They're not telling you. Now, if you don't pay attention to their body language and ask them what is most important to them, you're going to miss out. They're going to tell you, it's above my budget. Our budget is like, price is always the least of their problems. So, sorry, it's above my budget. Can I get back to you later? Is this your number? Can I call you back later? The truth is you didn't answer the question because you were not paying attention to their body language, not paying attention to what was most important to them. So you need to pay attention. Then you need to be relatable. Relatability is very important. Don't come down from your high horse. I know you are an expert, but you've got to relate to people. Now, relatability does not mean you should be a joker, right? There are two different things. Just because you're relatable does not mean you're always accessible. Now, I'm salesman would be anyone can text me, anyone can send me a message. Someone has asked me, do you really know what you are doing? How come that everybody has your WhatsApp number? And I didn't reply the person because they're not my target audience. Just go to hell. I'm not going to respond to you, right? Because number one, you don't fit into my customer profile, so I won't respond to you. Now, I'm relatable to people who have problems, not to people who want to sit on high horses and form that they are experts, right? I want to be able to understand your problems. So in the business that you do you listen to problems? Can you relate things? Can you relate things? Do you have situations that's happened in the past that you can relate to your customer while trying to sell? So when the customer reached out to me and said, Obi, I'm having issues with my ads, my Instagram accounts, then I'm like, which one? Is it the payment or they banned your account? Say, you can relate. That banning, I was running the ad, because of this, they just banned my account. I'm like, you tried this, Abi, did it work? You didn't go, Abi, say yes. You tried to try, you didn't go, Abi, say yes. Okay, this is what I'm going to do for you. So, have you tried this one? She said, no. And I give it a shot. Give it a shot and give me feedback. Then I'll tell you what it costs. Says, okay, thank you very much. They go, they give it a shot, they come back, they pay you. Because what? You can relate. But the client is telling you that, okay, I have an issue. I start things and I don't finish. Instead of you to, you've experienced such a thing. So if you to say, I can relate, I understand. Sometimes it happens to me, but I have to put myself in check. And here's what I do. No, you don't. You're not relatable. The next thing you say is, you need to take your life seriously. A lot of people are mediocre and you need to be serious. That person is like, are we fighting? What's going on? And because I'm telling you my life problems, you are now insulting me. Please excuse me, man. Once somebody has had, with all due respect, insult is coming. Please, with all due respect, man, please stop it. I don't want to have this conversation with you again. Kenny, what's it? I told you about my problems. You already, are we fighting? Stop it, though, please. And you are wondering, what did you say wrong? You're not just relatable. Somebody said, oh, the skincare that they use burns their face. You're like, hey, I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. I can remember like 3 years ago when I used to use all those skincare products without even checking what they are made of. I had a scar on my face. I wish it was a video call. I can just show you. And she's like, really? What did you use? And you're like, well, I learned how to do my products and that's what I'm offering you today. I want you to give it a shot and give me feedback. But if she says she has a scar on her face, say, madam, you need to be checking before you buy. It's not every time you go to market, you just pick anything. You're making the client look foolish. And clients don't want to look foolish. They want to look like they have control. They want to feel like they're in control. So you have to make them feel like they're in control. Be relatable, converse with them, communicate. Tell them, oh, I understand your pain. Sorry. Okay, this is what I can do for you. This is how I can help you solve this particular problem. I mean, that's how it goes. And you keep doing this over and over again. And, more people start to come to you. Some people don't want to go into consultation, but because of how relatable they are, clients come to them and are even willing to pay more than the money that they are charging. Somebody reached out to me and said, salesman, please, I'm having issues with this sales thing. Look, this is our process. We have this plan. I'm listening. I'm not talking. I'm listening to the person. We have this plan. We've not been able to implement it. okay, we've implemented stage 1, it didn't go. We implemented stage 2. I was like, what you did implement stage 2 without stage 1 working? She's like, we're just trying things. I say, well, I can understand. Sometimes you just keep doing things because you want to get out of that circle of trying stuff and finish. She's like, my brother, you can understand. Like, so what's your employee capacity? Do you have this kind of thing? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have that? And it's like, yeah, so my brother, it's not an easy thing. This Nigeria, things are really tough. You are relatable, and then you offer solution. Now, I might be charging 25K for that consultation, but then I say I charge 100K, and they're like, oh, my brother, please, it's okay, I'll pay. It's when can I pay? And then they pay, and you get to work. You even do more than, and they are willing to keep paying you forever. Why? You get them. So you need to get to that stage where you get your customer. Being relatable is showing empathy too. So at the end of the day, you're going to show empathy. When somebody is crying about a problem, stop for me, hard guy. Apologize, tell them you feel sorry for them, and then say, okay, look, how can I help you solve the solution? Can we give this a shot? Can we try this? Don't be cold. My sister, that's how it is. So there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, don't be cold. Somebody tells you that, well, my dog, we had one dog one time, man. I was really earning from that business, and boom, my dog just died. As a dog seller, and I say, madam, what were you feeding the dog? People need to be careful about the things you are feeding dogs. I mean, is it because it's an animal? And this is like, what's going on, brother? Please, why are you acting like a dog? Why are you shouting? Please reduce your voice. This is dog that died. I did not say more than that. But if you tell the person that, okay, there are things you need to do, to avoid such a thing, I'm really sorry. I myself have lost a dog before, and I know how much you can plan, for your dog business, and all of a sudden, boom, your dog dies, takes away all the money. It can be really disheartening, but for future's sake, here's what I can do for you, right? So we have this plan that works for dogs, and then you outline the problem. It's like, my brother, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. How much you say it is again? Say 50,000. So, okay, no wala. So how about on Tuesday? I'm ready to pay on Tuesday because, this one just came now. And, it's because we talked about the dog, and you understood what I was saying. That's why I want to make my payments. Do you understand? But if you go hard on them, it's going to be tough. It's going to even, people cannot even do business with you. There are people who I've watched some people close sales, and when I ask them, they say go where, they say, my brother, leave that customer. Okay, you're just rude. You are forming a guy for customer that wants to give you money. When a customer tells you, no, this is what I'm used to, tell them, I agree with you, man. I understand. But how about we give it this? How about we try it from this point of view? You are most likely to get that client's attention than when the client says no, and you are saying, madam, you can't teach me my job. I'm an expert. Do you know how many years I've been doing this job? 6 years as a digital marketer. You can't teach me my job. How do your business grow? I'm saying something, you are telling me that that's not how it works. Madam, what's your problem? And the person is like, is this how you treat your customers? Please, thank you. I will never do business with you in this life. Thank God you shouted like this and I'm done. And they leave. They have a problem, but they still have how they want to be served. They still want to see that empathy. They want to see that emotion that you show that you're concerned. So you need to start caring for business. So the last is for you to suggest. Like I said, if they have an issue with you, agree, then suggest. Put them in a listening mode. Ask them questions. Ask them what's really paining them, their pain points, so they can express themselves. I mean, somebody reached out to me one day, said she wanted to get my course, and at the end of the day, by the time we got talking, we found out that she has zero structure for her kids. She's a parent of 2 kids, and the kids take up her 24 hours. So she wakes up by 5, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's taking them to school, she's bringing them back, she's washing clothes, she's doing everything. No time to read, no time for her life, no time to do business. Now, if I had not sat down to say, oh, ma, walk me through your day. Walk me through your day. Sorry, please, everybody mute your mic. Thank you. If I had not asked her, madam, please walk me through your day. I want to understand what your daily life, daily activities are like, so that I can give you something better. She won't even express herself. So from saying, oh, okay, so I wake up by this or this, but my main issue is my children. Even my husband is tired of me. Now she starts to say things that you didn't plan for, and you know what angle to enter from to close your sale. So you need to get people to that point where they can be open to you. And you don't do that by arguing with any client. First calm them down, apologize, and then you suggest. I hope we're making sense. All right. Next is persuasion strategy. Now, when we talk about persuasion, people think is is forcing a horse to drink water. They say you can take a horse to the river, can't force it to drink. Persuasion strategy has to do with your tone. How you respond to a client will determine whether or not they're going to buy. So let's say, for instance, Amaya, let's do a sample. Right? I'm a self-improvement coach. Let's say, choose whatever problem that you have. Let me give an example of a tone and the opposite. Choose a problem that you have.
Procrastination.
Good procrastination. And I can come from two angles, right? And then I'm trying to sell my program to you, and I'm like, I know you really want to. Now, I'm using the presupposing. I know you really want to do this, right? And I mean, you're tired. You're really, really tired. You're tired of all this procrastination. I mean, it took you a while to find me, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of people, but we'll spend a long time on this conversation, and you need this program. The difference between you and the results you want is to end this procrastination. And I want to help you end it with my program. I mean, what do we cost you? If you spend 50,000 naira today and you never have to procrastinate, look at how much money you would make. How would you feel, Amaya? What would you, if you had the money, would you pay or not?
I've considered it based on how you like giving.
Let's switch up the tone. Let's switch up the tone. Good afternoon, Amaya. Okay, I've listened to your problem. So you say your problem is procrastination. Okay, so my program offers you solutions for your procrastination. You're going to learn how to be confident. You're going to learn how to be accountable. You're going to learn how to be self-confident in whatever it is that you do, right? So I want you to get this course. You have to get this course. I want you to get this course today. And what are your life is going to change? So walk me through. What's it going to be? Are you going to purchase?
I'll get back to you.
That's cold. Jesus. She said she would get back to me. My chest already. No chills. I'll get back to you. Thank you very much for your. So you've got to, when you're talking to a client, presuppose some of them don't have that assurance whether they need this. Tell them, I know you do. If you listen to me on a sales call, you can marry me. It's as if, because I would pay attention to your kind of person. I know you really need this thing, right? It's important. Don't shout, don't be a marketer, right? There's time where you have to talk like you're talking to your babe, right? I know you really need this. I know you want this, but this is so tough for you. Sometimes when I want to create payment plans for people, right? My first question is, so is there anything stopping you from getting this course? And it's like, really, it's just the money. I know you really want this, right? And if this was your road trip to like making $1 million, there's nothing you would not do to get this. So how about I give you a payment plan? Would that work for you? And then they're like, thank you, sir. They only say thank you, sir, because I sound nice. But if I say, so I understand money is the problem. I understand you don't have money now. You just called your client broke. With your foot test, you just called them broke. I know you don't have money now. So this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to create a payment plan for you. Can you pay 50,000 today by the end of the week? What? Do you give me money to keep for you? What happened? The chance can I pay 50,000 at the end of the week? I give you 20,000. I'm not doing. Thank you very much, sir. See the thing, sir, I don't have money. You have already said it, sir. I don't have money. When I have money, I'll call you back. So my route, they will cut the call. They'll just cut the call. And the ones that you did not meet on the nice day, they will give you your size. Ask you, please, is this, you are a scammer, you are a thief, sir. Please don't talk to me like this again in your life. And they'll cut the call. So you've got to be able to talk to people in a way they can relate. So always, you can try the presupposing persuasion strategy, which is telling them, I know you want this. What's your tone? Next is absolute certainty. Trust me. When you tell somebody, trust me, you are turning them to your friend because you don't tell a random stranger to trust you. So when they finish explaining everything, say, look, I heard everything you said about this business and what you're going through. I heard everything you complained about your hair and the hair products you've used, but I want you to trust me on this. All right? This absolute certainty. Just trust me on this. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work, I owe you this. Right? Trust me. That client starts seeing you as a friend. But when you come, trust me. Good afternoon, ma. Madam, look, I can give you this job. Trust me. The people that have worked with me, they have gotten these results. You have to trust me on this. I don't have to trust you. You are not my God. I don't have to. So don't talk to me like I have to. I don't owe you nothing. So when you are talking to clients and you have to watch, tonality is a very important part of sales. Most people don't understand it. There's the same way my voice is high when I'm coaching you guys and it's pushing energy on you guys. Oh, you guys can relate. If I came to this class and I'm like, so today we're going to be talking about content marketing. Content marketing is everybody's like, who's this guy? Something, is he sick? What's wrong with him? Okay, so you have persuasion strategy. We have the pre-proposing persuasion strategy that you can get pissed. Like, what's wrong with this person? Is he trying to pass an information or is reciting poem or something? So your tone counts for every conversation that you're having, every sale that you're having, right? And we have money aside. This money aside is tactical. When a client says they can't afford this, just ask them, money aside is there. Sometimes it's not the money, and this is how you find out if the money is the problem. Sometimes it's not the money. When clients push price on you, like that's the problem, just ask them, money aside, is there any other thing stopping you from taking this opportunity? Is there any other thing stopping you from, making this payment or taking this payment plan? They're like, see, I have to talk to my husband. So you know now that the authority is not them, it's the husband. So you need to be selling to the husband. Or say, okay, look, I don't know if I want this. So you go back to, I know you want this. So you need to ask questions. Money aside, what can I do for you? What can I help you with? Money aside, would you be able to do this if you had this? And the person says, yes, I will. And you scale, right? So we've learned three persuasion strategies. Then I really want to know, this is when the client is hiding information from you. So them, look, I know that it looks as if I want to collect all your money, but in all honesty, I just want to help your business. So I really want to know, what is the most important thing you want to get out of this conversation? What are you most likely to get out of this conversation? What do you need? I honestly want to know. Now you're bringing yourself down to their level. You're telling them that I want to listen to you. I want to really, really listen to you. And when you make a client feel that comfortable, they can tell their family stories. They can tell their life. And by the time they finish downloading, they won't even know when they paid you. And then they realize that, I paid this guy, I've told this guy about my entire family. I've told this guy everything. Why? Because you wanted to listen. I really want to know. Then utter sincerity is when you say, believe me, I understand. Believe me, I get you. Believe me when I say I can do this job for you. I'm being honest with you. You have, believe me. Don't say you have to. If you are giving me a task, just believe me. Go ahead and believe me, right? If you have this on your table as a persuasion strategy, it will be very difficult for somebody to say, I'll get back to you. Like Amaya. It'll be difficult for somebody to avoid you and say, no, I don't want to do business with you. It's almost impossible, right? Now, establishing trust. Customers are always right. Don't argue with your customers. Agree and suggest. Agree, then present. Seeing is believing. Always come with your proof of service. You cannot be a graphic designer and there's no graphic on your page. You can't be a digital marketer with no data analytics or data to show the work that you have done in the past. You can't be a website designer without personal website or portfolio. Does not make any sense. You say you're making money on the internet. You want to teach me how to make money, and you look like that brother that's forcing me to give my life to Christ. You have to show. Seeing is believing. You're most likely to make money, or you're most likely to pass your information when the clients can see proof, right? I mean, Jesus had to die, right, and rise up again. If he had died and said, oh, I've taken your sins away, okay, just another nigga that died. But he woke up again, and everybody saw it. Seeing is believing. Jesus is actually the greatest salesman that's ever lived. I should explain that one day. So seeing is believing. Always go with your proof of service. Madam, I sell wigs. No ID card, nothing. No pictures, no IG page. Your IG page is empty. Nothing at all. I design. I help people with self-development, self-improvement, and there's no video at all on your page. Nothing. We sell awesome mattresses, and you look like your back is about to break. Do you use your product? So seeing is believing. Very important. And you need to be credible. When you say A, mean A. If you don't meet A, always have a medium that you set up to make that client feel comfortable. There are times I have failed clients. I can't even list how much I have disappointed people in this life. But when I do so, I make that client feel so comfortable that even if they choose not to work with me again, they won't fight me. They won't fight me. There are some clients who will make sure in this life that the same way you messed up your business, they will mess up your business with their full chest and nothing will happen. So you've got to be credible. You don't want to say A and do B, and you don't want them to be expecting A and then you do not fulfill that A. If you don't fulfill it, explain to them why you didn't. Don't give excuses. Explain. And at the end of the day, if you're going to establish trust, you have to give information, educate, give education, give knowledge, give free stuff, give something out. Giving free stuff will always get you paid. So give, then it will come back to you, right? Once you do this, man, your sales is not gonna have problems, right? So rejection. When you face rejection, you agree then suggest. When the client is telling you, no, we've talked about this, agree and suggest. When the client says, I don't have time, agree, then tell them how much time you want to take. So please, can I call you back later? Oh, okay. Or I don't think I have the time now. I'm taking 1 minute of your time. When you say 1 minute, okay, they believe you're not going to waste their time. At the end of the day, they can actually do 25 minutes if your messaging is right. So when a client tells you no time, agree with them, then go ahead and present. Agree, ask them questions. Oh, how much time do you have that I can use? So 30 seconds. Extend 30 seconds. Don't breach that 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, tell them, oh, I've taken up all your time. They say, oh, no, go on. I want to listen. Do you understand? Follow up. Don't give up. I was reading a book one time, and the author was like, he followed up a particular guy for 12 years. And when he was trying to sell that product to that guy, the product was like 12 years, yeah. The product was like $800,000 when he pitched it first to the guy. When the guy bought it at $12 million. He didn't give up. Kept texting him, man. Okay, you will buy it. The man's like, come. I said, I'm not going to invest in this type of business. And he's like, no problem, sir. I'm here for you. We gathered it. The man watched him grow his business. The man watched when he was just a sales guy to growing a billion-dollar business. And the man's like, okay, I'm confident about you. You're credible. I'm confident about your business.
Sorry, can I get the name of the book?
I'll have to look for it. I can't remember. It's been a while, but I kept that. I learned follow-up from him anyway. I was reading on follow-up, so that was the information he got. He's popular anyway. I'll look for it and give it to you. I'll look for it and send it to you. All right, so follow-up is very important. Now, there are some people you're actually supposed to give up on, right? But you got to have the right information. You have to understand, for someone like Amaya, your business, you should understand there are some people who just don't want to change. And those kind of people, fine. You can give up on those ones, right? They have to realize it. Sorry, my network went out again. Sorry, my network went out. Okay, so like I was saying, there's some people you're actually supposed to give up on, right? If those people don't meet your customer profile, leave them alone. Don't stress them. Don't go through the stress of trying to force customers to do what you want, how you want it, that you begin to suffer. You begin to go through fire because you're trying to get a client to buy your products. No. You have a follow-up pattern, a follow-up script that you use. And if they're not, you know when to give up. You will know when to give up anyway. When the client is clearly telling you they don't want to do business with you, you can still keep sending them messages, maybe not in a personal way, maybe to their emails, just to keep them in the know. Eventually, they will come around. And there's some people who tell you, look, I've done the job, leave them alone. Don't stress them. Give them options so you can cross-sell or upsell. So somebody said, you say, oh, how much is this shoe? Okay, have we ever experienced this when you go to buy something? They tell you it's 10,000. You're like, it's too costly, it's too expensive. And then the person shows you one of 20,000. And you're like, okay, let me just buy this one. Has anybody here ever experienced it? If you have, please raise up your hands. Okay, great. Nice. That's called upselling, right? So when the client says, oh, this is very expensive, add more. Add one more. Add to them. Add to what they're doing. Their cross-selling is selling something that is either an alternative or the same. What do they call the same? Like, okay, let me put it like this. If you go to buy Gala, they sell Lacasera for you. So it's Gala and Lacasera. You can't buy Gala without Lacasera. Complement. Thank you very much, Victoria. So a product that complements the one you're trying to sell, you cross-sell. So if I have Chivita, so won't you buy biscuits? Came to buy pure water. So won't you buy food? You came to buy cotton wool. So won't you buy toothpick? You came for self-improvement. Let's talk about your procrastination. You came to buy wig. Won't you buy dress? You came to buy anti-glare glasses. As a photochromic is just an extra 4,000. Do you understand? So in that's how you face rejections like that. So I'll get back to you with the list of your problems. I'll get back to you. You can solve. I'll get back to you by asking them their budget, finding out who's the authority, whether they need it right now, or how important it is to them, right? Then ask unasked questions. We've spoken about unasked questions before. Now, when it comes to pricing, we have emotional selling, right? Let me explain this. Okay, I've explained this in model 1. Price is literally not everybody's problem. If not, why is Everwater 250 and bag of water 250? But you go to a restaurant and you don't argue with them when they give you Everwater. You just take it and you drink and you say thank you. Because why? They're attacking your emotions. They're focusing on your emotions. You want to feel good. You want to feel like today I have money. So I'm going to drink water from bottled water. I'm not going to take in pure water. I'm not going to drink from the tap. You want to feel good. That's what they're focusing on. So how can a customer emotionally connect with your products? What is that thing that emotionally connects your customers to your product? It can be the problem you're solving for them. So for example, if I want to talk to salespeople, I want to get people for my class, I might not say, if I want to get people, okay. So I said, if I want to get people for my session, I might not say, come and learn sales. I might just focus on your finances, right? And talk about how terrible all the things you are going through right now needs to be solved. Can we all hear me? Okay. So I was saying before the network went out that if I was going to run a class, for instance, let's say I want to get people to sign up for my course, I might not necessarily talk about sales because sales is generic, right? And I want to sell emotionally. I can just have the conversation that says, oh, we have 135 days and you've used 200 and something, and yet you were not able to reach your goal in 2022. Would you like to continue for the rest 1 month? Here's what I can do for you. Here's what I think you should do. Now, set up, blah, blah, blah. I give this now. The person who saw how many, it looks like time is running out for them, right? 135 days when, and I have to take my life very seriously. I've gotten their attention. Now they have to read what I posted. So how can people emotionally connect to your products? We've talked about upselling. Upselling and cross-selling is another way, to either scale up your price. Value-based pricing. So for people who are have skills like designers and all of that, you have to make sure that your clients understands the value of what you're giving to them. So you're a designer, why are you charging 50K? Because the designs that I do for you can either bring you or attract this certain class of people for you. The website that I designed for you can only get this kind of person for you. So that's why I'm charging you 100,000, because I know that whoever clicks on this design is willing to pay you 300, 500. And then imagine there are 10 of them. What's going to happen? Do you understand that? I hope that makes sense to us. Then competitive pricing. This is you knowing about your competitor, aggressive. If their price is going up, you said go up or go higher. If they put their 10K, put yours at 20. Customers are like, okay, that should be the best. That 20K should be the best. It's dismissive. They are putting their own lower. You go lower. You say, okay, you want to do bonanza, right? And you are selling your shoe for 10K. I'll do 5,009. Let's see. The best price dropper wins. We'll see whether you sell your product today. And then, have you always seen this video of two people who are selling, and somebody put her on for 250, the other woman for 150, right? And this lady this lady's what do you call it? Was it 250? Yeah, it was 250. So somebody bought from her, and then she was like, the other lady beside her said, oh, okay, it looks like it's by low pricing that we are doing. Now reduce our own price from 300 that it was 200. The other lady who sells 250 bought her egg, put it on her own and sold it for 450. So you also have to be very careful when you're reducing your price. Make sure that you're not overdoing it, because I mean, if it's 5,000, I can call it fake, right? So you've got to be careful. So you watch your competition, you can do aggressive or dismissive pricing. And then when it comes to sales and money, there is always money. But the thing is, does the person really need the solution that you're providing? There's always money. Somebody that their child is dying and they need 2 million for an implant is not going to tell you there's no money. The money will come outside. The money must come, because if that child dies, what are they going to do? There's no point. So the money is going to come out. So when you're going to sell, have that understanding that there is always money. You will always meet someone that will pay you. So we all understand. Now, sustainability, we're talking about customer care, feedback, policies. Now, you have to care for your customer. I mean, we talked about customer care. You have to listen to your customers, get feedback from them, have policy, refund and return. I can't imagine that I go to somebody's Instagram page and the next thing that I see is no refund with their full chest. What you are telling me that if I buy your products and something happens to it, I should go to it? Why would you put no refund on your page? I mean, with your full chest, you write, you see it with the big red mark, no refund. And then they're wondering why sales not coming. People are texting, but once people see that, don't worry, man. Because it's something, if I buy hair from you today and I realize that it's not even my head size, I need to return it and get another one. I might just want to get another one and top up money, but I've seen no refund. Well, leave it. I can't even go through that mental stress. Or no return policy. Our decision is final. If you buy, you've bought. You can't be doing that when you are going to deal with businesses in the long run, because people need to come back. You can't keep saying no refund. Right? It's better if you don't even talk about it. So when they text you, say, oh, I'm so sorry, did you go through our return policy? We have a return policy that says we don't return products. Or we have a refund policy that says, oh, we don't give refunds. But at the beginning, you now say no refund. You are telling me that if I make mistake and buy this product, to hell with me. Anything that happens, my daddy's business. Give your customers a guarantee, right? If you are so sure about your product and the results your product will offer, give them a guarantee. And lastly, keep them on a line of communication. Always check on your customers, talk to them. Hello, hi, how was your experience? What happened to you? Can I get a feedback? Can I get a video like that? And you'll be able to make the sales that you want. Let's see. So closing phase, treat them like they can actually pay. You want to treat your clients like they can pay. Don't treat your clients as if they don't have money. So you can't be speaking to your clients anyhow or assuming that they don't have money. Treat them like they can pay. Acknowledge their opinion. Close every inquiry. Answer all their questions. Don't leave anyone say, madam, if you don't answer, if say I'll call you back, call them back. Close every inquiry. Always look for a solution for that client. And then you have the band strategy, which is budget, authority, need, and time. Find out their budget, find out who's the authority, find out their needs, what's most important to them, and when they need it, which is the time. So I'm also going to teach you some closing skills, right? When it comes to closing, we have what we call the one-shot technique. So when a client is like, I don't know if I should do this, madam, give me, test us. Just give us one shot, test us. Then if it does not work, we'll refund you your money. Test us. Just test and see. That gives the client an assurance that, okay, this guy is actually saying I should test him. And for him to say I should test him, that means he's not going to fail me. So I'll give it a shot. The one-shot technique says test us. What's the worst case scenario? He said the worst case scenario is that this thing doesn't go your way. But man, this is what's going to happen. So when the client reaches out to me and says, Obi, I don't think I can do this digital marketing thing. I'm like, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that nobody should text you. And if nobody texts you, what's going to happen? We're going to run more ads so that people can text us. We're going to redefine our marketing. We're going to redo our content marketing. So what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst case scenario that this week does not last 2 weeks? If it does not last 2 weeks, bring it back for revamping. We'll revamp it for you to even look better than when you bought it. What's the worst case scenario that my laptop sleep is not able to work for me? Madam, give us a try. If this laptop sleep does not work for you, come back to me. I'll replace it for you. That was the worst that can happen. The worst that can happen is that your laptop will fall down, right? And the bag will scratch. Come back, just text me. I'll give you another one. I'll make it easy for you. I will do a cleanup for you, right? What's the worst case scenario? Replace it. Then third-party assistance. Find the one who's most interested. This is for when two people come to buy stuff from you. So when two people come to buy stuff from you, you want to include the other person. He's not the decision maker, but you want to include him. So two people came to buy a car, and the other person is saying, the person who's going to pay the money says, I'm not really sure. You just don't. Madam, is this not? Don't you like it? And then she's like, well, I like the car. For me now, the car is nice. Get it now. It's actually nice. Honestly, the hair is nice. Madam, you saw this hair now. Madam, don't you like it? Now you're talking to the third person. You're not focusing on the person who's actually the person who was going to give money, because you've noticed that they listen to that third person. So you bring that third person and say, Madam, don't you think this is better? She says, my dear, just take it. And it's a nice one. Do you understand? So third-party assistants, find the one who's most interested and use them. Now I said, okay. The next thing is, but you are free to check another one that you mentioned out. So when the client says, why is your distance expensive? I've talked to about 15 people. I can get it somewhere else. He said, but you're free. It's not that bad. I mean, you can check out, find out whatever details they give you. If you're comfortable with it, I mean, it's not bad. You can take it, but this is my price, and this is what I'm going to give you. I've told you the solutions I'm going to provide for you, and I'm being honest about it, but I'm not going to stop you from going to another person. Now, 90% of people who say they've tested another person have not really tested any other person. But when you free them to go, they know that, okay, you're actually here, you understand what you're doing. But when they say, that person now like, madam, calm down now. It's not like, okay, bring 15,000 from 45K. You have lost the sale. You have scattered everything. You stand on your ground and say, you're free to check out. I would be expecting a feedback from you, right? And then you can use the because technique. You're going to get this result because I want you to get this because this is what you're going to get, because we have been able to do this in the past, because this is the result we have achieved. Give this technique to people and they will always come back to you. Future pacing means painting their future desire. So ma'am, you talked about making $1 million in a month. That's what I want to help you do. Don't talk about helping you solve their problem. Talk that solution, that future that they are building in their head, build it for them now. Okay, so you said you want to take your business to 6,000 followers or to 6,000 leads every month. I mean, that's where I want to get you to. I don't want you to be doing 200, 300. I mean, at the beginning, we'll do 300, but the goal is to get to here, right? And you will close that sale easily. Social proof, always come with your social proof. Your social proof is your IG, your Instagram, whatever it is that they can easily go there and verify that you are an honest there, you exist. Come with it. I said, we have the if-then technique. Do this and I will do this for you, right? So do you know what will happen? How about I give you a test product, but you promise me that if you test this product after 1 week and it works for you, you're going to get the full set, not one, you're going to get the full set. And they're like, okay, no wahala, that works by me. That works by me. And I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, and you're like, oh, okay, great. No wahala. You give them the product, after a week, they come to buy the full pack. So there are some clients you need to use the if-then technique for. That's the only way, the features client, that's the only way they're going to pay attention to you. And then use the objection to sell, right? Somebody says, I don't think I want this. I know you don't really want this. I mean, if you wanted this really, I mean, you would go for it. So use the objection to sell. I don't think this can solve my problem. I don't think this can, I mean, my hair, for instance, I'm having hair loss. You know, I've tried so many things, it's not working, but have you tried ours? You keep having this hair loss at the end of the day, right? I mean, it's stressing you already. You keep having the hair loss. So why not just get a solution now that you can? Using the objection to sell, and at the end of the day, at the end of your closing strategy, always remind them of the benefits they are going to get out of it. So you can study this whole closing techniques, use them for different clients. As they come, look at the one that suits them based on the questions they've answered, and you would be able to get customers. We have what we call the 10 sales commandments. Number 1, be proud and positive. Now, when I say proud, I don't say you should show yourself up, like be confident and positive, right? Dress for the sale. You are addressed the way you dress. Don't dress like Kunle coming to sell something to Mr. Williams. They are two different people, right? You can't be dressing like Trenches trying to sell something to expensive somebody, right? See the sale, visualize it before you sell. Every sale has happened in your mind before you went there. Because it's when the sale happens in your mind, you're confident enough to talk to that client. But if it has not happened in your mind, even your approach will be rubbish. The way you talk about your business will be rubbish, your solution will be rubbish. Whatever it is you're offering to them is just there. So you need to be able to visualize your sale. Be sold on your offer. Believe what you're selling. Some people don't believe what you're selling. So they sell it halfway. Believe what you're selling. Believe what you're putting out. Know your value proposition, your unique selling points. Always know that thing that people are most interested about you. Always agree with your clients. Demonstrate luxury. People pay when they know they feel they are getting higher than they are paying for, right? Or they are getting a higher product. Demonstrate luxury. Don't go there with pity party. Nobody buys from somebody who's demonstrating pity party. Be time efficient, spend quality time, and be on time. If you say 5 minutes, let 5 minutes be 5 minutes. If you're going to be there by 12, come by 12. Close the deal by 12. If you say you're going to call them, call them. Be time efficient. Assume the sale is closed. Okay, so madam, all right, so when are we starting? Oh, she said, I've not made payments. You know what? Let me do transfer to you on Tuesday. Assume the sale is closed and continue, and you'll be able to sell. Persistence till the end. Press on, like follow up. Madam, okay, I think you should do this. I think you should do this. Persistent to the end. Once you have this understanding, I'm telling you, nothing can go wrong in your business. I hope we all got something from this session. This is everything you need to get about sales. And for now, and you implement it in your business, and you will be able to make sales. Now we have to learn advertising. It's short. Do I go on? Should I go on, or we should move it to tomorrow? Do I go on?
Please, coach, can we move it to tomorrow?
Okay, if you are with tomorrow,
Let's move it to tomorrow.
please wave. If you are with tomorrow, wave. If you are with go on, don't wave. Just like Victoria wants to continue. Okay, so we're going to continue tomorrow. So tomorrow we're just going to deal on advertising. It might not even take up to 1 hour, but that's just basically what we're going to talk about. WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, how to build your entire campaign and all of that. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Nobody's getting the recording of this particular session until I get my assignments. So thank you very much.
Coach, we sent in the assignment.
What'd you say?
We have sent in the assignment. Is there an assignment for today?
No. Sorry. What you call it? The people that, those people that I didn't approve the assignments. I only approved 5 people's assignment today. So if you know you didn't submit and I didn't approve your assignment, please redo it or you'll not get the recording because I'm not going to post it on the Google Drive, right? Till I get my assignment. So yeah, you're going to delay others that has been approved. So do your assignment. That's Captain. The ball is in your court or the court is under the ball. Okay, so if you're watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Salesman will be on Instagram and WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Okay.
What time is tomorrow's class?
Hold on a minute.